Ryan stood in front of the mirror, adjusting his tie for what felt like the 100th time. He was excited, really excited. Tonight was the night he would finally meet Sarah, the girl he had been talking to online for weeks. He took a deep breath, feeling a sense of nervous anticipation wash over him. He had high hopes for tonight. Maybe, just maybe, this would be the start of something special. He grabbed his car keys and headed out the door, the chilly night air slapping him in the face. He shivered, despite the warmth of his car. PS led him through the winding roads, the trees blurring together like a dark, green wall. As he drove, Ryan's mind wandered back to Sarah. What would she be like in person? Would they hit it off? He pushed the thoughts aside, focusing on the road ahead. The traffic was worse than he had anticipated, and Ryan found himself glancing at the clock every few minutes. He was running late, and he hated being late. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, he arrived at the meeting spot. The restaurant was nestled among the trees, its lights twinkling like stars in the darkness. Ryan's heart skipped a beat as he pulled into the parking lot. He took a deep breath, grabbed his jacket, and got out of the car. The night air was crisp and clean, filled with the scent of pine and damp earth. Ryan felt a sense of excitement wash over him as he walked toward the restaurant. Sarah was already there, sitting at a table by the window. She looked up as Ryan approached, a smile spreading across her face. Ryan's heart skipped another beat as he sat down across from her.
Hey, I'm so glad you made it.
Ryan smiled back, feeling a sense of relief wash over him.
Me too. I'm sorry I'm late.
Sarah waved her hand dismissively.
It's okay. I just got here myself.
They talked for a bit, exchanging small talk and getting to know each other. Ryan was surprised by how easy it was to talk to Sarah. She was witty, charming, and had a quick sense of humor. As they talked, Ryan found himself feeling more and more at ease. Maybe this was the start of something special after all. They decided to grab some dinner, and the conversation flowed easily as they ate. Ryan was having the time of his life, and then, as they finished their meal, Sarah suggested they take a walk through the trees. Ryan agreed, feeling a sense of excitement and adventure. As they strolled through the trees, Ryan couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. The night air was crisp and clean, filled with the scent of pine and damp earth. Sarah seemed to sense his mood, and she smiled, her eyes sparkling in the dim light. They walked deeper into the woods, the trees growing taller and closer together. The air grew colder, the shadows deepening into dark, ominous pools. Ryan felt a shiver run down his spine, but he couldn't quite put his finger on why. As they walked, they talked, their conversation flowing easily. But as the minutes ticked by, Ryan began to notice a change in Sarah's behavior. She seemed more agitated, her words tumbling out in a rush. And then, without warning, she stopped. She stood stock still, her eyes fixed on something in the distance. Ryan followed her gaze, but he couldn't see anything.
Sarah, what's wrong?
But she didn't respond. She just stood there, her eyes fixed on something in the distance. Something was wrong. He tried to touch her, but as soon as he did, she turned to him. Her eyes were black as coal, her skin deathly pale. Ryan was taken aback. He had never seen her like this before. He tried to step back, but his feet seemed rooted to the spot. And then, Sarah's expression changed. Her eyes seemed to gleam with a malevolent light, and her smile grew wider. Ryan was horrified. He tried to run, but his legs seemed heavy, as if they were stuck in place. With a surge of adrenaline, Ryan managed to break free. He turned and ran, his feet pounding against the earth. He didn't dare look back, fearing what he might see. He ran until he was tired, his lungs burning with exhaustion. Finally, he saw a light in the distance, the restaurant. He stumbled toward it, his legs trembling with fear. He burst through the door, slamming it shut behind him. He leaned against the door, his chest heaving with exhaustion. He was safe, he was alive, but as he looked around the empty restaurant, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched, that Sarah was still out there, waiting for him. Ryan quickly grabbed his car keys and made a hasty retreat. He drove home in a daze, his mind reeling with questions. What had just happened? Who was Sarah, really? As he pulled into his driveway, Ryan felt a sense of relief wash over him. He was safe, he was home, but as he stepped out of the car, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched, that Sarah was still out there, waiting for him. Ryan quickly locked the door behind him and tried to calm down. He drank a glass of water, trying to process the events of the night, but as he lay in bed, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, that something was waiting for him, just beyond the edge of town. And with that thought, Ryan drifted off to sleep, haunted by the memories of the night's events.